Deep in the sacred forests of Moflang, where ancient pine trees whispered secrets to those who listened, lived a young Khasi girl named Rose. Rose, with her bright eyes and a spirit as wild as the forest itself, lived with her mayate, a woman whose face held the wisdom of centuries. Rose possessed a gift, passed down through generations of women in her family. She could hear the voices of the forest, not in a way that was easily understood, but as a subtle hum, a rustling whisper carried on the wind, a feeling deep within her heart. It was a connection, a kinship with the ancient trees and the creatures that called the forest home. One day, while gathering herbs with her mayate, Rose heard a distressed cry, a sound unlike any she'd heard before. It was a plea, filled with fear and desperation, emanating from deep within the heart of the forest. Ignoring her Murit's cautions about venturing too far, Rose felt compelled to follow the sound. The forest floor, usually familiar and comforting, felt different now, heavy with an unknown tension. The trees seemed to lean in, their branches like watchful arms. Following the desperate cry, she came upon a small, injured deer, its leg caught in a hunter's snare. Tears welled in Li Hun's eyes. The deer's eyes, wide with terror, seemed to reflect her own fear and determination. Carefully, using her knowledge of the forest, Li Hun managed to free the deer's leg. The small creature trembled, but its eyes held a spark of gratitude. Li Hun gently tended to its wound with herbs she'd collected. As she worked, Li Hun heard a chorus of whispers, not of distress this time, but of approval and thanks. The forest, it seemed, was watching, and it was pleased. The trees, the wind, the very earth seemed to hum with a quiet joy. Li Hun felt a profound sense of peace wash over her. She understood then, more fully than before, the meaning of her gift. It wasn't just about hearing the voices. It was about understanding their needs, their pain, their quiet thanks. When she returned home, her grandmother smiled, her eyes twinkling. She knew, without Li Hun having to speak, what had happened. That night, as Li Hun slept, she dreamt of the forest, of the deer leaping freely, of the trees swaying gently in the breeze. It was a dream filled with the quiet joy of connection, a reminder that her gift was not just a heritage, but a responsibility, a bond that connected her to the heart of the forest and to something much larger than herself.